What's up, YouTube fans? Today we're going to take a look at the NewAge Hynkel, their version of a Legend Scale Megatron. So this is the EX version, which is the toy deco and also this metallic paint here, and we'll take a look at that. This was sent to me by Mr. Michael Rogers. He actually sent me a giant box of Legends, which I've been trying to work my way through. I probably won't get through them all, but I'll try to get to as many as I can. I try to squeeze them in here and there. But this one looks really cool. I decided to take a look at this one first. So let's go over the detail. You got a lot of nice painted detail. You have the yellow eyes, black accents, the black toy style chest here, red here on the chest with the blue and yellow, accurate to the character. All the silver you see is painted. All of the gunmetal you see is painted. The black, I don't think it's painted, but it's a shiny plastic that looks painted, so that looks nice. Here are the sides. On the back, you have a lot of kibble. I mean, very traditional for a Megatron. There's always a lot of kibble back there. You do come with the orange gun cap. Now, if you don't know, in the United States, they started putting this orange cap on Megatron because people were mistaking this for a real gun. Now, this thing is so small, I highly doubt anyone would mistake it for a real gun. But you can take this off. If you don't like it, you can just set it aside. And there he is without the orange cap. He has a lot of accessories. Let's go over those. First off, you get his cannon here, and this actually can extend. So if you wanted to be firing or whatever, you can extend it for that purpose. He can pose with it. And let's see, we can use quite a bit of accessories here. So first of all, you get alternate hands. So you get the open hand, jazz hands. They are on the sprue. I don't want to take them off since this isn't my figure. I'm not going to be installing them, but you get these. You also get these pointing fingers. Keep dropping. Same kind of thing. They're on a sprue. And that's nice because you can get into a lot of poses with those. You also get this alternate laughing face. Wow, all these accessories are so small. There you go. Nice looking face. That's pretty easy to change out. You just kind of lift up on the helmet. You can see how it came off. And put the other one on. And there you go. He's got the laughing face. I think this actually looks a lot better, so I'll just leave that on. All right. You also get a ton of blast effects. So you get this one. Kind of like the one we get with most Megatrons or Galvatrons. That looks really cool. Nice effect. You also get these. Now these, you get 3 of them. I'm not really sure why. Maybe they're for some other NewAge figures. They're all pretty much the same. And you need an adapter to be able to use it with this gun piece here. So you just put this smaller side of the adapter in there. Then you take this off and it'll fit in like that. And now you can use that blast effect. So I'm not really sure why you get 3. You would obviously only be able to use 1 at a time. So maybe for some other NewAge figures is my guess. You also get the classic mace. Now this doesn't articulate anything, so be careful because you might want to articulate it and break it. This does come off the peg here, but that's about it. And that just fits into his hand there, and he can be holding that mace. Good looking, really. They did a good job with that. All right, you also get the key to Vector Sigma. So you didn't actually get Vector Sigma, so I don't know if that came with a different NewAge character, but that looks nice, nicely painted and sculpted. You also get his blaster here, fully painted. It's got the black handle, dark purple, and then the light purple here. Very well done. Get this out of here. You can put that in here. And it's kind of a tight fit, but there we go. And he can be blasting some Autobots with that gun. You also get a blast effect for the little gun, which is kind of crazy. Now, I don't know. Mine doesn't seem to fit, so perhaps I'm doing it wrong, or perhaps this doesn't go with this. But mine just falls off. So it's possible I have this wrong and it doesn't go with that. But it seems to be that's what it would be used for. You also get all of these parts, which are meant for his stock and barrel for gun mode, but you can do this cool little thing. So you can basically combine this together. It is slotted, so make sure you get the slot on this side right here. And then for here, you see there's 2 slots on the bottom of this are going to fit onto here. And make sure you get it on the part that extends upwards so you can articulate it. Then you can take his cannon here, and this is supposed to peg in right here. You can see there's a little tab on the top of it. So get that pegged in. And now he can do the old school G1 Megatron thing where he's shooting himself. And there he is, all posed up with his cannon there. That looks really cool. Just a nice little thing. They decided to include that for you. So let's go over his articulation. The head is on a ball joint, goes down to there, up to there, rotates all the way around on that joint. You can move this a little bit, but pretty much that's where it needs to go. The shoulder is on a rotation here. It goes up on this shoulder joint. It does collide a little bit, but you can get it up. You have a rotation at the bicep. You have a single joint elbow, gets you 90 degrees. I showed you earlier you can extend this here. You have a rotation at the wrist since it's on a peg there. And of course you can take those off and replace them. The rotation at the waist. You do have an ab crunch here. A little bit back, a little bit forward. Rotation goes all the way around. Hip skirts on the side. The legs, again, they are kind of weird, but they do kick up to there on that joint. Not much for back, out to the side on that ball joint. Rotation on that ball joint. You do get a knee bend well past 90 degrees, single jointed. The ankle tilt goes all the way up to there, all the way to there. And is there an ankle pivot? No, no ankle pivot, but plenty of ankle tilt there. And a quick size comparison, there it is next to the Magic Square Spock, their version of Shockwave. It does seem a little bit on the skinny side. Now, when you bring in the NewAge versions of figures, obviously they look good, they fit well. So I just wanted to bring in a different company so you could kind of see how they stack up with each other in terms of legends. Alright, now let's get Hynkel transformed into his gun mode. So it's an interesting transformation. Let's go ahead and take the gun off. You can close up that and set that aside for now. Come to the back here. You can open up these panels on the arms. You can open up this panel as well. The arm's going to collapse down. And that one's pretty much ready, so we can work on this one. This one, same thing, fold that up. We're going to open up this panel here. It's going to kind of flip around. It's an interesting mechanism. Go ahead and take this. It's going to flip. And basically take the arm and put the hand, oops, and actually do it. And put the hand on the inside like that. Then take this, straighten that out. And that's going to stay like that. That gap's going to fill in a little bit later. Right, so those arms are pretty much ready. All right, next we're going to take care of the chest and the backpack here. So just put the arms up a little bit, come to the back here. You can open up this backpack. And we're going to get this whole thing threaded through. It's a little tricky, the way they designed it. It's kind of weird. You want to open up this red piece here. Fold this smaller piece down to the front. And now we can push this through like that. You can see it came through on the back side. And then we're going to take the... Next we'll take the shoulders and unpeg those from the side. And you can see how that's going to make the size of the gun already. Right? Take this panel, open this up. You're going to take this. This is going to fold upwards and then peg into the top. And that is going to come upwards like this. Fold this to the front. And this is going to come up and meet and tab into there. You can see the head made the front of the gun right there. Right? That's how you know which way it goes. It's not going to attach any other way. Alright, next we'll take care of the legs. So go ahead and get these unpegged from here. They're just kind of pegged into the top here. You can sort of fold those down. Straighten those up basically. Now I don't have the replacement pieces here for the thighs, My thighs seem fine. They work just fine. They're nice and tight. So I don't know what the issue is on the prior version, but this one seems okay. All right, we're going to come to the bottom here and open up this panel on the back. Then you can fold this down, release this panel here, and that's going to kind of sit right there. Same on this side, open this panel up, fold this down, release this panel, and that's going to fold down into there. And you're going to take these two parts, they are going to peg together. You can kind of get this piece right here, the little hammer for the gun, and peg that together. You can kind of see how this is coming together, but take this handle piece here, that can fold down. We're going to plug that in a little bit later. You can plug the hip skirts into the sides of the legs. That's going to make the front of the gun. You can kind of see how that's going to come together already. Rotate these panels around, then fold this panel up. You can kind of already see how this is coming together. Take these panels. It is a tab there, so get that tabbed in like that. Come to the top here. Actually, let's do this first. Go ahead and take this and just tab that in to the back here. You can see there's two slots there. Get it in like that. Right, we'll take care of these arms. Go ahead and take this arm, that's going to fold in like that. Then take this one, that's going to fold that way. And you have to get this pegged in here first. Make sure you have this part back and not actually pegged in. All right, so this tab's going to fit under here. And then we're going to peg this into there, tab this in. Now I'm going to take this and this is going to slide in and peg into back here. So just push that in. And that's going to make the back of the gun. And of course, Megatron would not be complete without the sight. And you can open that up and extend it. And there we have Hynkel in his gun mode. Really cool looking. I do have it on stand here just so it won't fall down. But look at that. Got the nice trigger here. It does move. It does fit kind of nicely in your hand, so maybe you do need the orange plug. Oh, we did forget one step here. You're going to move this and peg that into the front so you have the sight on the top. Sorry about that. But there you go. Looks really cool. Now, of course, you can use the attachments. So we can take this here, and that's going to peg right into the back. Let's see, is there a specific way? It looks like it. Yeah, no, it looks like it wants to go this way. Yep. So there's the stock. Here's the barrel. Get that on there. And look at that. That's beautiful. That's wonderful. You can still use the blast effects here if you want to. I'm not going to put them in, but they are still compatible with this. They aren't compatible. They are compatible with this and this, but not with this barrel. So if you want to use them, you got to use it with this barrel here. And for a quick and somewhat ridiculous comparison, there is Hynkel next to the Masterpiece Bumblebee. It's a relatively big gun, but it works. I like it. So final thoughts on NewAge Hynkel. Let's start with the positives. I think the accessories you get are really nice. They all work for me. I like the weapons effects, the extra weapons. Overall, just good value. I also like the way he looks. The paint job is really well done. The red accents and even the red panels here, the silver paint, all of that really looks good and really harkens back to the toy version of Megatron. I also like the transformation. Although there's a couple of tricky parts, overall it's kind of fun, and the features in robot mode and gun mode both really work well. Negatives wise, the hips are about the only thing. They're kind of weird the way they work. They work fine and they're nice and tight. They're not going anywhere. It's a little weird the way they work, and they're unpainted, so they do kind of stand out. But That's really it. I don't have a lot of negatives to say. I think this is a really good version of Megatron. If you have a Legend scale collection, you definitely want this one as your Megatron, or maybe not the toy version, maybe the original. Either way, this is going to be a good addition to a Legends collection. So that's really it for today. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.